Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Sorry I haven't filmed in a while. I've just been really busy, especially with all the craziness of, quarantine and COVID. I've been trying to help my kids with homeschool, so I've been really busy with that. But in today's video, we're going to be doing foundation basics. So first step, after you make sure you have a clean face, go through your skincare routine. And then, that's extremely important, especially for me because I'm like acne prone and it's a struggle. So the two I typically use together is the Tatcha primer and the Winky Luxe Whipped Primer. So I actually did buy like the liquid canvas and I've been dying to try it, but I didn't want to do it in today's video just because I haven't tried it. So I wanted to stick with my go-tos for today's video. So this is the Tatcha that I'm applying first, the Silk Canvas Primer. You don't want to put too much because there are complaints that it's greasy, but it's greasy if you honestly put too much on your face. I absolutely love this primer. I have oily skin. It's not as oily as it used to be just because I figured out a part of my issues with my skin is the fact that I don't hydrate enough, which I never thought I had to hydrate just because I'm like, I have oily skin, I don't need to moisturize or hydrate. But yeah, my faithful esthetician that I go to, which is Face by Ashley, you can find her on Instagram. She basically educated me on the whole skincare routine, so check her out. All right, and then next I'm gonna do the Winky Luxe Primer. So for the Tatcha, I do it more so in the center of my face and more so, putting in my pores, like pressing in. This, I like to put all over my face. Also, excuse my nails. I tried taking them off and I didn't realize you're supposed to file them down first. So that was a disaster and I ended up just cutting them down. My friend Angie told me how I'm supposed to do it. So when I'm not, lazy, I'll do it the proper way to get these things off, because they are annoying. Okay. Again, with this, with any primer, honestly, you don't want to put too much on because it can become greasy. So a little goes a long way. Sorry, that's my Roomba that died. Ignore that. All right, so we got the primer on, we're all primed and ready to go. The next step I do is I do the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and this is in shade light to medium. I don't know if you can read it on here, if it's gonna show up backwards. So this is the Brightening Corrector in light to medium. I do this first. You just tap it, you dab it, and if you guys want to use a brush, you can, but for this, I typically just put a little bit on my pinky, and this is the first step, but I put this under my concealer. And it's I'll use this sometimes just by itself, just because if you guys can see the difference, it makes a difference. This is something I'd wear by itself on a more so of a natural day. When you're trying to do that no makeup look. Yeah, very little. I'm tapping very lightly in the pot because I don't want to use too much of it. I'm just basically stippling with my finger. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. That looks so much better. So now we are going to do foundation. foundation I'm gonna use is Smith & Colt. This is in shade 220. Forewarning, I've been swimming a lot and getting more exercise in the pool, so I've been out in the sun more, so hopefully this will still, you know, fit me when it comes to my shade. But this is amazing. I use this a lot. This is like this, and I have a lot of Rider Guys, if I'm gonna be honest, but my top three is Smith & Colt, Estee Lauder Double Wear, and the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. Those are like my top three right now. I need a mirror. Okay. And this brush is the Sonia Kouchik. I think it's just like a top flat foundation brush. You can get this at, you can get these brushes at Target. Or you can get like similar ones like at Ulta Beauty. They have the Morphe brushes. I'm pretty sure they have it there. Sorry, what did I drop? Oh, I'm good. It still fits me. Cause I honestly didn't get like a huge tan. It was just like very light tan. Another thing I do is I actually do put foundation like on my eyes, but I'm gonna do that like, I'm gonna do that like after I do my face, because I put an eyeshadow primer on first. And then I do the foundation, because I just prefer it to match my face, you know what I'm saying? So my skin isn't as oily as it used to be, but I'm like one of those people that I just sweat easy. Like I don't know why, but I just sweat easy, which is why I actually typically wear tank tops or sleeveless shirts, just because I hate sweating, I hate the feeling of it. So that's actually the reason why I mostly wear tank tops or sleeveless shirts. Today is different because you know, I'm gonna be mostly inside with AC since it's raining out. So, you know, I decided to go with a long sleeve shirt. But yeah, my point of that was, that's why I like a foundation that holds up is super important to me, because I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to sweat it off. And also, if you like don't know what your shade is, if you go to Sephora and Ulta, there's always someone there who will help you. Like, you know, shade match. Okay, and then once you're sure that it's all blended, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow primer, and I'll be right back. All right, so my eyeshadow primer is on. I just basically did the Urban Decay primer potion, and then like I just like how it holds up. And then now I'm gonna do a little bit more foundation. I'm gonna do that with a tiny little concealer brush. Again, it's Sonia Kouchik. Okay, now that that is done, we are gonna do concealer. And with the concealer, that is gonna be Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, and this is in the shade 2W. And also the way the concealer works is basically, if you wear Estee Lauder, it's supposed to work out like the same shade range. So if you wear like shade 2 in Estee Lauder, it'd be shade 2 in Laura Mercier. So it's basically, you know, same concept. All right, now that we have it in, I'm gonna use the concealer brush, so the Sonia Kouchik one. And again, stipple that in place. All right, and then so now that the concealer on is, we're gonna set the under eyes with powder. I don't let my under eyes bake. Like, I know there are a lot of people that do. I personally don't, because I find that way too drying, and it makes my like fine lines appear more pronounced, which I don't like because it makes me look a little older. So I'm just showing you how I do it. Everyone has their own preferences, so if you have a way that you do it, you know, just stick to it. But for me, personally, as my preference, I just lightly set it. This is setting powder. This is the Pretty Vulgar translucent setting powder right here, and this is my most used one. And then, you know, you want to make sure that that your concealer hasn't creased. It hasn't, but I just like to do it, you know, really quick anyway. I immediately sweep it off. And same with, you know, the other under eye. And I'm also gonna be doing the same to my lids. All right, so that is the setting powder on. So it looks like all set. And then so now with the rest of my face, now that I have all of it, my under eyes and my eyelids set with foundation, with setting powder, let me just make sure I get all the excess stuff. I'm gonna set it now with setting spray. And the setting spray that I use is the Lancome Fix It or Forget It setting spray. All right, pat your top in, because, you know, I'm extra. Okay, so now that's really it. That's all there is of how I do my foundation, like the base of it. Like, you know, obviously there's still contouring, blush, and all the other stuff, but I just wanted to show you guys like the basics of foundation if you guys are curious. All right, guys, so that was it for today's video. I did want to mention that I will be doing a giveaway once we get to 100 followers, and two of the items that will be in the giveaway is the Tarte Base Type Hydrating Primer, and then the other one will be the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Setting Powder. So I hope you guys liked my video today. Leave any comments down below, or if you have any questions or any tips, just like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.